Very much, Jake. Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Pierre-Emerick are with me now. Congratulations, guys. Pierre, how does it feel to be lifting more silverware for Arsenal at Wembley?
Yeah, I feel very good. Well, first of all, I have to say happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, bro.
So yeah, he was the man of the match. I'm really happy for him. Deserves it. And today we deserve the win. And yeah, we're gonna take this trophy. This time, hopefully, I don't drop it.
Happy birthday, Ainsley. As Pierre said, a man of the match performance on your birthday. How did you feel out there?
You know, it was a special moment. The first time I've ever played on my birthday and playing at Wembley, you know, fighting for another cup and a title for the club. And we brought it home today, and it's just a fantastic feeling that, you know, this group of boys have...
Very happy.
Brilliant. And are we going to have some good news about your contract situation for the fans soon? That's what they're all waiting for.
Yeah, I know, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see these days. Today we take the trophy. That's it.
And there's lots of speculation, Ainsley, about your future as well. Where do you see your future?
I'm an Arsenal player until I'm told otherwise, and you know, my heart's in the club. And
congratulations, you won the Community Shield twice as a player, now as the manager. You're getting used to lifting silverware at Wembley with Arsenal.
You never get used to it. I'm so happy. I knew that challenge that we were facing today against this incredible opponent. David, for example, trained one day. Just before the final, he was able to play 90 minutes. So thank you very much to the player for the effort and the performance.
And you were 1-0 up at half-time after an impressive first half. What pleased you most about the performance?
Well, the courage of the team, how aggressive we were without the ball, how well we make the decisions to break the pressure of Liverpool and put some issues against them in the back line that they have. And I am pleased that in the second half I knew we were going to suffer. We don't have the legs. They've been training for 2 weeks. But we sustained that in the penalties. I think the boys, again, had a lot of courage to put them right.
That lack of preparation did kick in the second half, but you must be delighted with the way that the team responded to the equaliser.
Absolutely. I think in the last 10 minutes, we took the ball, we played in the final third, we were able to dominate, we created 2 good chances to win it as well, but I'm really pleased how they compete. Hopefully they can get used to it. That creates a really good atmosphere, creates belief. So let's go, let's try to improve again.
And it was a lovely goal from Aubameyang in the first half, a great penalty from him as well. Just how important is he to you, and will we have some news soon on his contract?
Big games, big moments, big players, and he's responding really well to that kind of pressure. He was magnificent in the FA Cup final, and he was magnificent today again.
Is the deal close?
We are close.
And are you expecting any more ins or outs?
Well, we are working with the club to try to achieve what we planned, but we know that the market is what it is. I'm happy with the squad that I have, and my job is to make them better.
But another trophy, another big win. How does this set you up ahead of the new season?
Well, as I said, it generates belief. You know, we have a lot of things to improve still, but to be able to compete against these sort of teams in a final like this, it makes me really proud.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Commiserations, Jürgen. Hard to take losing the Community Shield on penalties again. Why do you feel it didn't go your way today?
Okay, first we conceded a goal during the game. I think they had exactly two finish the goal, and then one situation which was similar after a long diagonal ball where we left Nico alone against Oba. They come inside. Oba could finish it off. In the other moment, Ali could make a save. That was it pretty much. Apart from then, we had to play against low block with an incredible counter-attacking threat. In these games, you need then the final punch. I think. In the end, we created enough moments, but we should have, for feeling better in the game, we should have created more because we had the ball quite a lot and had to play around, but we had to be careful like crazy because of Aubameyang, Nketiah, and all this stuff that they really, because they are strong in counter-attacking. So we had two really good moments when Sadio, I think, had the chances, scored a nice goal, deserved the equalizer for sure, and then could have scored more. Didn't do that, and then you have to take it, and penalty shoot is always a little bit of lottery, so we're unlucky there. And so now congratulations to Arsenal. That's how it is. We respect the competition.
Were you pleased with the reaction in the second half, especially the impact of Minamino getting his first goal for the club?
Yeah, overall it helps us a lot. That's very important for us because that was the only thing what he missed so far, scoring for us in whatever situation, whichever game. And now today it was finally there. That helps us a lot. Yes, was good. A lot of things were good, but for the moment where we are in, it's not. I didn't expect any kind of perfection tonight. It was. It's like this. After a week, when we trained a week, we were really fresh. Then after 10 days, we were really in a hole. Today it was better, but now it will get better. Boys will now go. I think around about 10 players will go to the national team. The rest will train, obviously. So we will use that time to be ready then for Leeds. But yeah, for today, how is that? When you play against a formation like this, which happened to us. Pretty much always, not only when we are 1-0 down, even when it's 0-0, and a lot of teams play like this. And then you need to be in the final third. You need to be really fresh, and you want to force it sometimes. You need to create ankles. You need to create crosses, passing behind, all this kind of stuff. And the rhythm for that felt a little bit. So we couldn't create exactly the chance we wanted, but we had 2 of the chances we wanted, and the third one which we scored with. So against a team with the quality of Arsenal. On some days it must be enough, but when you finish it off, it is enough. If you don't finish them off, then it's not enough, and today was not enough.
We are close, he says, regarding the future of his star player, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. We'll continue to watch this space, who knows. Here's a nice one for you. Mikel Arteta is second in terms of win percentage in Arsenal boss, only behind Arsene Wenger. I mean, it's early days, but that's a nice stat to have for him.
Yeah, of course. And you have to say he's rightly so proud of his players. It's very early in the season. It's one game, of course, a lot of work ahead. We've said already that he's got to, get these signatures on the board. But the important thing is, if you talk a lot as a manager, you've got to get good results. You can see he's done work on the training ground. In order to keep everyone still listening and buying into what you're doing, you need to get good results and win trophies. So it's a really good introduction for him, and he's got to keep doing it next year. But it's up against the likes of Liverpool week in and week out. So the bar will keep rising. The Premier League now, the quality of the players is such. But look, that's a nice little... I don't think he's going to get that on the mantelpiece. It's that big. But it's something nice to take home with you.
I think he's probably got a big mantelpiece, to be fair.
That was a well-coached side today.
Yeah.
And that's not... We haven't often said that with Arsenal. They were well-coached. It's obvious the way they were playing. They were playing out from the back. They had an identity, and they were good defensively, and they created chances. So it's a lot to...
A good example of that is El Neni coming back. He's been away on loan, played 37 games on loan, but he's come back and looked a different player. He looks secure, looks good in possession. I mean, that goal they score, it goes into him to begin with. He doesn't lose possession, and he's battling against a very good Liverpool midfield. I know it's early days, but he's come back. He looks a way better player. So the manager has to take some credit for that.
And he's not the only one. He seems to be improving players right across the pitch. And I suppose if you played the goal to Mikel Arteta, he would sort of say, yeah, I want that to sum up what I want this Arsenal team to be all about. Playing out from the back and doing it quickly and scoring goals, blowing teams away.
This has been worked on the training ground. They've also done this countless times. Bear in mind they're probably playing against the youth team when they're doing it. They're playing against top-class players here, and this was unbelievably good the way they played out here. It was a beautiful ball from Bellerin. Saka, who was fantastic, certainly first half, with possibly the pass of the match. And you get it out to your match winner, and he does the rest from there.
And the movement, Maitland-Niles making an underlapping run, and then you've got the overlapping run from the centre half. Playing in a back three today, Tierney is running, but this guy, that is raw ability that he has there to be able to do that, and he's the icing on the cake player that they can't afford to lose.
Well, he's as good as anyone in the Premier League. He is. He's scored 30 goals in the last 2 seasons. You don't bet against him scoring another 30 goals this season. I mean, he is the match winner, and he's someone they have to keep hold of.
And when they were playing out from the back down here, at first you were going, what are they? But it takes such confidence. Of course it is, because of the position you played on a football field. But it takes such confidence and belief in what you're doing to do that, particularly against this Liverpool team.
And they did that against Man City in the semi-final of the FA Cup, so it's something they're able to do. But Xhaka came and takes it. There's 3 men in their own box. We were obviously still adjusting to that new rule change from last year, but they play it beautifully. Neni then plays it out, and off they go. And the young man Saka, though, the decisions, we were just saying, again, we were talking off air, young players don't make those kind of decisions. They don't get it right every time, but Saka does. He didn't play in the cup final. He signed a brand new deal. He could have sulked a little bit, not a bit of it. He's come in today, and he's been exceptional. And that story just keeps growing for those young Arsenal players.
Yeah, really, really impressed with him today. His decision making as well, I thought it was first class. Like you said, at 18 years old, that's something you have to coach into them. You know, but he seems to have that naturally.
I want to talk about the Arsenal defending as well with you. Since he's come in, he's improved the defence, Mikel Arteta. They've gone from last season conceding on average a goal and a half a game to just under a goal a game now under the new man.
Because people know their roles and responsibilities, and they know the roles of the people in front. And Xhaka as well, we've not mentioned him, but he's very secure in that mid. And really, it's about knowing your jobs, and it's like never really diving in. Look, just tucking across. David Luiz again. The ball comes in the box. They've got their man sewn up. Another little header there from Holding, who's come in, has been out for a long time. They don't panic, and they're all working for the team. Look, another important interception there.
Well, this was a danger all afternoon. I don't know how many crosses Andrew Robertson got in, but they defended them so well. There was a couple of times where I fancied going down there myself and heading one of Robertson's crosses in, but
you probably could have reached from here, to be fair.
You have to say, honestly, how many crosses did he get in? Honestly, he was the real
15.
The real threat. Well, there you go, 15. But usually, you know, when Trent's back, they'll have 15 from the other side as well.
Exactly.
You know, that's another point. I mean, he was missed today, let's say, but that was, you know, Liverpool. They'll come back. They'll be back.
He's not letting go, is he? It might only be the Community Shield, but he's not letting go of it.
It was Vic Akers in our day that used to carry the trophies in. Yeah, not Arsene Wenger.
Really
You've
nice.
been doing an interview of him.
What you both still think though that Arsenal are short of being a top 4 team? What still needs to improve to just make that next step?
I think maybe it's in that midfield. You know, you need a really world-class midfield player to drop into that midfield, and then at the back, they've obviously the Gabriel is a player they're looking to buy. Tobias, Saliba on the bench, haven't seen anything of. So they're growing in that area. It's going to start developing a new defence, but the middle of the park may be where the money's spent this summer.
Yeah, I think they have strengthened defensively. That was obvious. I think last season, certainly at the start of last season, before Arteta came in, that they needed to strengthen. They've done that. I do think Aubameyang needs help with goals. Lacazette was, you know, not his best maybe last season. Ozil has struggled. I don't know what's happening with him, but they have got players to come back. To
Martinelli,
yeah, he'll be back from injury. So they have got talent. I just feel that, you know, Chelsea have strengthened so well. I love the players that they've bought. I think Man City and Liverpool are too far ahead of them, and I suppose it with them a bit of a fight for fourth with United.
Interesting stuff. Well, manager Jurgen Klopp, ahead of this one, he was so confident, wasn't he? He told Lindsay before the game that he feels pre-season's been fine.